Premiering on September 16, 1993, Frasier ran for 11 seasons and 264 episodes, winning 37 Emmy Awards and setting a record no other show has matched. Created as a spin-off of Cheers, it followed radio psychiatrist Frasier Crane back to his home city of Seattle, where his retired cop father and a rotating cast of neuroses kept him company. One of its stars has won more Emmy Awards than almost any actor alive. One turned down a regular role on the show to go back to Broadway and became one of the greatest stage performers of her generation. One died in 2018, and the new revival named its bar after him. So where did they all end up? Bebe Neuwirth plays Dr. Lilith Sternin, Frasier's ex-wife, the coldest and most controlled woman in the room at all times, whose dry wit and withering precision made her one of television's great recurring presences. When Frasier was launched as a series, Neuwirth was offered a full-time regular role. She turned it down to go back to Broadway. Bebe Neuwirth was born Beatrice Jane Neuwirth on December 31, 1958 in Newark, New Jersey, the daughter of an artist mother and mathematician father, and grew up in Princeton. She attended the Juilliard School as a dancer, made her Broadway debut in A Chorus Line in 1980, and built one of the most decorated stage careers of her generation. She won 2 Emmy Awards for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series for playing Lilith on Cheers, and 2 Tony Awards for Sweet Charity and Chicago. She was married to Paul Dorman from 1984 to 1991 and has been married to Chris Calkins since 2009. After Frasier, Bebe Neuwirth has worked consistently across television and theater. She originated the role of Velma Kelly in the 1996 Broadway revival of Chicago, played Mordecai Adams in the Addams Family musical from 2010 to 2011, and starred as Fräulein Schneider in the Broadway revival of Cabaret at the Kit Kat Club from April 2024 through September 2025. She has appeared on Madam Secretary, Blue Bloods, and Law and Order: Trial by Jury. She is 67 years old as of August 2026. Jane Leaves plays Daphne Moon, the Manchester-born physical therapist who moves in to help care for Martin Crane and becomes, over the course of 11 seasons, the object of Niles's unrequited devotion. Leaves played Daphne's cheerful obliviousness with a warmth that made the long-running joke feel genuinely earned when it finally resolved. She had to fake a Mancunian accent for the entire run. She is from East Grinstead in Sussex. Jane Leaves was born Jane Leaves on April 18, 1961 in East Grinstead, West Sussex, England, and trained as a dancer before transitioning to acting. She appeared in episodes of Seinfeld and Murder she wrote before landing Daphne. Her castmates Perry Gilpin, Dubbed Hyde Pierce, and John Mahoney all became godparents to her children. She married television executive Marshall Coben in 1996. They have 2 children. After Frasier, Jane Leaves starred alongside Betty White and Valerie Bertinelli in Hot in Cleveland on TV Land from 2010 to 2015 and played the recurring role of Dr. Kit Voss on the medical drama The Resident from 2018 to 2023. She returned for the 2023 Frasier revival as a guest star. She is 65 years old as of August 2026. Kelsey Grammer plays Dr. Frasier Crane, the pompous, wine-loving radio psychiatrist whose self-importance is matched only by his genuine warmth for the people around him. Grammer had already played Frasier for 9 years on Cheers before the spin-off began, making the character one of the longest-running roles played by a single actor in the history of American primetime television. Kelsey Grammer was born Alan Kelsey Grammer on February 21, 1955 in St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands, the son of a musician and coffee shop owner father and a singer and actress mother. His early life was marked by a series of devastating losses. His father was killed in a racially motivated attack in 1968 when Grammer was 13. His younger sister Karen was raped and murdered in Colorado in 1975 at 18, and 2 of his half-brothers were killed in a scuba diving accident in 1980. He attended the Juilliard School and the Old Globe Theater in San Diego before landing Cheers in 1984. He has been married 4 times and has 8 children. In 2025, he published a memoir, Karen. A brother remembers about his sister's murder and his lifelong grief. After Frasier, Kelsey Grammer won a Golden Globe for the political drama Boss in 2011, voiced Sideshow Bob on The Simpsons across more than 2 decades, won a Tony Award as producer of The Color Purple revival in 2016, and reprised Frasier Crane for a 2-season revival on Paramount Plus from 2023 to 2024. The revival was not picked up for a 3rd season. He appeared in Avengers: Doomsday in 2026. He is 71 years old as of August 2026. John Mahoney plays Martin Crane, Frasier's retired police officer father, the working-class counterweight to his son's cultural pretensions, the man whose dog Eddie, whose recliner, and whose bottle of Ballantine's beer were a constant affront to Frasier's carefully designed apartment. Mahoney was born in England and moved to America at 19, and the show occasionally made quiet jokes about the fact that he sounded more convincingly British than Daphne, the character supposedly from Manchester. John Mahoney was born Charles John Mahoney on June 20th, 1940 in Blackpool, Lancashire, England, the seventh of 8 children of a baker father. He moved to the United States at 19, drawn by a visit to his older sister who had settled in rural Illinois, and described the contrast with post-war England as one of the reasons he stayed. He studied at Quincy University in Illinois, joined the U.S. Army to fast-track his citizenship, and taught English at Western Illinois University before editing a medical journal through most of the 1970s. He came to acting late, joining Chicago's Steppenwolf Theater at the suggestion of John Malkovich, and won a Tony Award for Best Featured Actor in a play for the House of Blue Leaves in 1986. He never married and had no children. John Mahoney appeared in all 264 episodes of Frasier, received 2 Emmy nominations and 2 Golden Globe nominations for the role, and continued working on stage at Steppenwolf between seasons. He appeared in Moonstruck, Say Anything, Barton Fink, and In the Line of Fire. His final stage appearance was in the Rembrandt at Steppenwolf in 2017. He died on February 4, 2018 in Chicago from cancer at age 77. The 2023 Frasier revival paid tribute to him by naming the bar the characters frequent Mahoney's Tap Room since 1940, a reference to his birth year. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. We release new videos every week. David Hyde Pierce plays Dr. Niles Crane, Frasier's younger brother, a more refined and less self-aware version of the same man whose years-long silent devotion to Daphne Moon became one of the great slow-burn romantic storylines of 1990s television. Pierce won 4 Primetime Emmy Awards for the role and was widely regarded as the funniest performer in a very funny cast. David Hyde Pierce was born David Pierce on April 3, 1959 in Saratoga Springs, New York, the son of an aspiring actor father and insurance agent mother. He attended Yale University, worked in regional theater and off-Broadway productions after graduation, and sold ties at Bloomingdale's while establishing himself in New York. He married television writer and producer Brian Hargrove in 2008. They had been together since 1983. He added Hyde to his professional name to avoid confusion with another actor named David Pierce. After Frasier, David Hyde Pierce became one of Broadway's most active and celebrated performers, winning a Tony Award for Best Actor in a Musical for Curtains in 2007, earning Tony nominations for Hello, Dolly, opposite Bette Midler, and for Vanya and Sonia and Masha and Spike, directing the Broadway premiere of It Should Have Been You in 2015, starring in Stephen Sondheim's final musical Here We Are in 2023, and playing Major General Stanley in Pirates, the Penzance musical, in 2025. He is set to lead You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, at Encores in early 2027. He did not return for the 2023 Frasier revival. He is 67 years old as of August 2026. Perry Gilpin plays Roz Doyle, Frasier's sharp, confident radio producer whose directness and lack of patience for pomposity made her a reliable, deflating force in the show's world. The role almost went to Lisa Kudrow before Gilpin auditioned. She appeared in all 264 episodes. Perry Gilpin was born Perry K. Gilpin on May 27, 1961 in Waco, Texas, and grew up in Dallas. She studied theater at the University of Texas at Austin and built her career through television roles in the late 1980s and early 1990s, including a guest role on Cheers the same year Frasier began, playing a different character. The role of Roz had originally been offered to Lisa Kudrow, who was already heading toward Friends. Gilpin married artist Christian Vincent in 1999. They have twin daughters born via surrogate in 2004. After Frasier, Perry Gilpin worked steadily in guest and recurring television roles, including appearances on Grey's Anatomy, Modern Family, Scorpion, and Make It or Break It, and provided voice work for Justice League and King of the Hill. She narrated the TV miniseries Charlotte's Web and returned to the Frasier revival in 2023 and 2024. She is 64 years old as of August 2026. Dan Butler plays Bob Bulldog Briscoe, the sports broadcaster at KACL Radio, whose loud, macho bluster covers a surprising range of vulnerabilities and whose scenes with Roz provide some of the show's sharpest comic sparring. Butler played Bulldog across 47 episodes of the original run and returned for the 2024 revival. Dan Butler was born Daniel Eugene Butler on December 2, 1954 in Huntington, Indiana. He built a solid career in television and theater before Frasier and publicly came out as gay in the 1990s, writing the one-man autobiographical play The Only Thing Worse You Could Have Told Me, in which he explored his own experience of coming out, which he has performed in productions around the country. He has spoken about the role Bulldog played in helping him feel more comfortable in his own skin during that period. He is married to Richard Waterhouse. After Frasier, Dan Butler continued working in television and film with guest roles across numerous series and has maintained an active stage career alongside his convention appearances and advocacy work. He returned as Bulldog in the 2024 revival season. He is 71 years old as of August 2026. Tom McGowan plays Kenny Daly, the station manager at KACL, who joins the show in season 5 and provides a steady, good-natured presence in the radio station scenes, a man whose enthusiasm for his job is matched only by his complete comfort with his own limitations. Tom McGowan was born on March 26, 1959 in Joliet, Illinois, and built his career through stage work and television guest roles before landing Kenny. Outside of Frasier, he's perhaps best known for voicing Rabbit in the Disney Channel animated series The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh and subsequent productions. After Frasier, Tom McGowan has continued working steadily in television and animation with voice roles in Disney productions and guest appearances across network television. He appeared in the 2023 Frasier revival. He maintains a low public profile. He is 67 years old as of August 2026. Thanks for sticking until the end. If you want more videos like this one, subscribe to our channel. We post new videos every week.